There we go. Now, who will be chosen as the Blacken? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ah! Did you get your head out of the speaker there, Viro? Or out of the furnace? Is that better, Reese? I turned it up. I'll turn it up more if necessary. I'm just... Oh. Okay, Virobot, I'm going to be putting my head in the furnace here pretty soon, so... What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. What the fuck is going on? No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense.
Shing.
It's just the same. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm going to end it the same way.
Thrills, chills,
It's time for your heart-pounding,
thrills.
positively thrilling punishment. Well, wait. Why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I'm so thoroughly confused right now. But our character's about to be murdered. And we trusted her! Fishy! After school lesson. Kid, are you going to play more PoE? Kid, I love you. Kid only timed me out one time this morning after telling me he wasn't going to. I'm pretty purple. It kind of seems like I'm about to die. Oh, except the computer's in the system. I'm so thoroughly confused right now. So instead of being splattered, he's just going to fall on his head and break his neck? That doesn't seem any better. Vissy. Uh-huh. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that... yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never going to see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still going to bring despair to the rest of you, bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like this. Are we playing fucking Doki Doki Literature Club? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Why are we playing Doki Doki Literature Club? What is happening? Hope Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. I'm way... Like, I shouldn't feel this fucking out of my mind when I'm completely sober. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend the school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. No. Okay, this is fucking Doki Doki Literature Club. Whoa, what? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard-wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Deputy! What's up, buddy? It is really me, Dong. So come sit on my face, motherfucker. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Ooh, Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I could drink? Guys, how can I be sure about which liquids I could drink? I mean, if it's coming out of Deputy Dong, I know I can drink it. And which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. What's the STI? Is it like an STD? Sexually transmitted infections? It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Crunch? What the? I know, you told me you Googled the game ending, Pug. I don't get it. The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostle and formed in odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. I mean, that sounds pretty hot, Pug. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
You're a VIP again, Pug. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Hey!
It smells awful.
Your waifu is looking like a mess there, Reese. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. Well, what are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She flew down a chute, a poop chute. I mean, you don't have an incredible mustache like Dong, though. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. So thank you. I don't know. Is it as good of a mustache as Dong's? That's what I'm saying. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Woo, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. To keep going, Kyoko. He's got all the energy. And I have a chair that's not going to break on me anymore. I'm a happy camper. So you still haven't given up then. Man, just make sure you watch out for drop bears. He's got drop bears in his house. Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. It's wonderful, Reese. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. I can't imagine having one that's not smaller than the XL, though. No, Gizmo is a gremlin. Drop bear with knives, yep. There's an unbelievable amount of trash here. What are we doing now? I didn't mean to do that. I need to talk to your waifu. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I
abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same thing for you.
However...
But listen, I'm not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Oh, dude, you have to tell me about that because I have to find it and watch it, Dong. How much longer do we have with the points? I'll try to do a bonus stream this weekend, but I don't know. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory. That's impossible. Amnesia? Are we almost halfway? If I do a bonus stream or two, we should be able to do it still. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking about it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I could come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. And that's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? And like, if it was anyone, it would be Byakuya, the mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. I understand.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked for your help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I still think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. What? I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I...
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
Yeah, I know, Pug. The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Makuro's profile on that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have to stay overnight from time to time, and figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So if you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Well, what do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there was no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It had to do with Makuro Ikusaba, right? Doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her then?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind didn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night.
I
I can hear them, you know, the footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. You're good, Firebot. I love you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was. They ended up dead,
correct.
and their murder was disguised. And the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So it's by a coup.